Introducing Chris and Ruby. Welcome to the channel Shobuj Mali, where Chris and Ruby talks about sunlight and shade.
This is Chris and Ruby, my next door neighbor, and welcome to my YouTube channel Shobuj Mali. And Chris will, I've just explained to him about the YouTube channel, and both of them, they love gardening, especially Ruby. She's got a very nice small garden. So Chris and Ruby will just say what challenges they face in gardening and how they overcome it. Yes, Chris.
Absolutely. I'm not much of a gardener, John, but I'm a supporter of my Ruby here. She is very interested and very good. And John has actually been a kind of guidance as well, because these guys talk together. But gardening, I think it's got to do with attitude and how you perceive nature and how you nurture things that you do. I'm not very good at that, but we have a very small strip of garden here, and Ruby seems to work very well with that. The problems we face is one of area and one of weather. The sun comes up from behind the house, so in fact we moved our roses. I was talking to John, and we moved it to a place where there's sun. So I think that's the key. Most gardeners put plants wherever they like to put it, maybe not. You need to find a place, a proper place. You might have to move it a couple of times to find the right spot, and that kind of works. The second thing is the intermittent weather and the rain and all that. You must know when to water your plants. I think that's the key. If you water them at the right time, then they'll survive the day, maybe the couple of days or the week. Yes, Ruby?
Yeah.
I think you got it right, Chris. So Chris has mentioned a very, very valid point about gardening, about each and every plant. Some plants, they need sunlight, some plants, they need shade.
Shade, of course.
And as he mentioned, I was seeing that he just changed his position. I will show.
We were talking, yes.
He's changed his position about this rose plant that he has. Here he's growing up here. He planted in another location right in the corner there, and tragically over there was no sunlight.
Only in the night.
Yeah, only in the evening there's a little bit of sunlight. And I think he learned that, and they moved, and I see it today up here, they moved the rose to the sunlight area.
That's right. Look at this
And
one.
I
It's come
think,
out beautiful.
yeah, and I think
Right,
now
Ruby?
it's going
Yes, you
to
moved it
really,
yesterday.
really bloom.
Yes.
And I think that's a fantastic thing that we've learned today from Chris. Chris, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, and
And
you.
Ruby, I
Yes.
think Ruby did a fantastic job.
Yes.
They have a very nice garden, a small piece of garden that
piece of
Ruby has started
Yes.
for a couple of years, and they are growing some plants up here. So thank you so much for sharing, Chris.
Very
It's been a
welcome.
pleasure knowing you and having you as my neighbor.
Oh, you can't get a better neighbor than John, by the way. Thank you, John. And we'll talk again and tell us what's happening. I was
you.
wanting to mention one other thing before we go.
Yes.
Also, our nature's given squirrels and all these other rodents that come and eat up our bulbs and eat up our plants and eat up our roots and all that kind of stuff. That is a bit of a problem, so I thought I'd just mention that.
So I think, Chris, you got a very valid point, and I'm going to bring this up in my next video.
Sure.
As to how to keep away your plants safe from these squirrels. But
Yes.
one thing also, like that is squirrels, and these they also nature, right? Where
Of course,
would
no,
they
you
get the
have to
food
know,
from?
no, of course.
So
But
I
you
think
have
we
to have
will
a balanced
talk
view.
about that in our next video. But thanks for sharing, Chris. We have a beautiful
Thank you, guys.
point. And welcome to my
care.
channel, Shobuj Mali.
Thank you, John.
Chris's backyard is full of shade, where he has two big trees, the maple trees. So we have discussed about growing plants that grow in shade, like the rhododendron. We've showed him a couple of plants, and our focus is to make his backyard beautiful with some shady plants.